Hi, I'm Cam.
I'm Zoe.
And I'm Felix.
And we're here at HOTA, Home of the Arts, reporting for the Waves TV. In our new series, we'll be exploring music, art, shows, and all things kids here at the HOTA Gallery and around the HOTA precinct.
Tonight we have a very special guest with us, and he's right behind these doors. So, let's meet him.
Thank you so much for spending the time with us today, Harry. I have a few questions to ask you. How did the Cat Empire get formed?
Good question. Well, the band was started by someone coincidentally named Felix. So firstly, the band was a double bass, percussion, and keyboard, which is a pretty unconventional 3 instruments to start a band with. And then it expanded to add trumpet, drum kit, turntables, scratching, trombone, and then another trumpet, and that was it. So it formed slowly over probably about 12 months. We just kept adding people, and basically the reason the band existed is because we were all jazz musicians who wanted to do something with jazz that was, I suppose, more contemporary at the time.
Awesome. So how long ago was it formed?
Nearly exactly 20 years ago. Well, we did our first performance in a pub in Melbourne 20 years ago last weekend. So you could say that exactly 20 years.
That's awesome.
a
I
long
bet you
time.
guys have a lot of experience.
Absolutely. It's actually a long time for a band to be together. You know, not many bands are together for 20 years.
Yeah, that is very true. And here's a bit of an abstract question that's not really related to songs and that sort of stuff. If you could only, for the rest of your life, pick one of the two, would you rather only eat chocolate cake or only eat ice cream?
That is a tough question. I'd have to go with ice cream because there's more flavors. You specified chocolate with the cake, so I figure ice cream, there's a bit more variety there.
That is exactly what I chose as well. Well, thank you so much, Harry. I'm going to now pass on to Cam.
Thank you, Felix.
Hello, Harry. I'm Cam, and it's great to have you here at HOTA. Your song, Hello, with the Cat Empire is one of my personal favorites. So, Harry, you've had such great international success. What tips would you give an aspiring 11-year-old singer-songwriter?
Well, Cam, the main thing is kind of just a boring tip. It's just practice. You got to practice a lot. And whether that means practicing your instrument like scales or practicing writing songs or practicing your dance moves or whatever it is, it's like, you got to practice, I think.
Yeah.
And you got to practice and you got to enjoy it at the same time, which can be hard.
Yeah. Thanks, Harry. So what age were you when you got your big break in the musical industry, Harry?
Well, that's hard to say. So the first time I performed in front of people was I sang at school assembly when I was in grade 3. And at the time that felt like a big break. And then when I got older, I started playing trumpet in high school. I got interested in jazz music. I remember the first time I got paid to play music, I played a gig in a furniture store with a cafe attached. I got paid $70 in like year 10. I was pretty happy with that. So that was a big break. And then around that time, I started looking at some of the local jazz clubs and thinking, geez, I'd love to be able to play there one day. And then eventually I did. And that felt like a big break. And then, I don't know, and then every step of the way felt like a big break at the time, you know? It's just, what's the next thing?
Harry, I personally love going to big music festivals. What's the best festival around the world that you've played at?
Jeez, well, there are so many great festivals around the world. You wouldn't believe how many there are. There are tens of thousands of festivals out there and really great ones. One of the best would have to be East Coast Blues and Roots Festival, very close to here, which unfortunately was cancelled the day before it started this year, but it is going to be rescheduled, which I was going to play at, and that's a festival I've played at maybe 5 or 6 times, and it's always just fantastic. Big crowd of music lovers.
Cool. Well, thanks, Harry. I'm gonna pass you over to Zoe now.
Thanks, Cam. Good on you. Did you know that I wrote the song for the Giants?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote their team song.
That's crazy.
Can you play it?
Yeah, it goes like this. And that's the start of it.
Yeah. Hi, Harry.
Hi, Zoe.
I've been wondering for a while, how is the name The Cat Empire thought of?
Good question. So the name was, I believe, one of the guys in the band's little brother, who was 5 at the time, had drawn a picture of some cats with guns and knives and crowns. And I think he called the picture The Cat Empire. And we were sitting around. Choosing a band name can be hard because firstly, it's hard to get everyone to agree on something. Secondly, everyone's got different tastes. What does it mean? All these kind of questions. And then someone saw the picture called The Cat Empire and we all liked it, and simple as that. That became the name. Yeah.
Thanks. Also, what is your role in the band?
So I am the trumpet player, one of 2 trumpet players actually, and I'm also one of the singers, one of 2 singers. Although I'm probably the singer who does less of the popular songs and more of the weird songs. So yeah, singer, trumpet player. Yeah.
And also, when there are so many songs out there, how do you come up with the original music?
Coming up with new songs is a very mysterious process. New songs pop into my head all the time, all day long. The hardest bit is me working out, are they any good or not? And will anyone else want to hear them? And the real problem is sometimes when you write a really great tune, you think, no, I've heard that before. That sounds familiar. I must have heard that before. But it's not that you've heard it before, it's just that it's such a great tune, it feels familiar. So that's kind of a hard thing too, is like, did I write this song or did someone else write this? Is this already a classic song and I'm just copying it without realizing?
And I mean, it's not like you can just scroll through like all of the songs ever created.
Yeah, that's right. It can be challenging. You know, you could finish a song and then find out that you copied the whole thing. It happens. Luckily now we have Shazam, which is an app on your phone where you can just listen to a song and then you can point the phone at it and it'll tell you what song it is. That only works for some things.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Harry, for coming here and being a part of the Waves TV.
Thank you, Zoe. Thank you, Cam and Felix. Thanks for having me.